Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and to today's video. Now here's something I see, and it may be contrary to what you see, but generally speaking, people who buy an RV spend countless hours, months and months sometimes, scouring the internet, right? Watching YouTube videos and doing all kinds of dreaming until they find the perfect RV. And there's nothing wrong with that. But they spend very little time researching the dealer they'll be buying the RV from. I don't get it. I just don't understand, why don't buyers take more time to investigate and get to know their prospective dealer before waltzing in and making a big purchase? It blows my mind. Let me tell you, your dealer relationship matters, or rather it will matter, I promise you. And doing business with the wrong dealer, someone that forgets about you after you roll out of the parking lot, is something that no one wants to experience, but too many do. One way to get to know the good dealers is to subscribe to this channel, because here you'll meet the best of the best.
Motorhome wise, we're probably known in this area more for towables than we are for motorhomes. But we've been a motorhome dealer since the start. And I think maybe, we're finally hitting our stride with motorhomes. We've, expanded about, I'd say, it's probably been about 7-8 years ago. We built a big shop, and then right after we built it, we added on to it, which gave us a lot more capacity to service motorhomes. We broke the towable business, the service business. We took and we put a whole team that just deals with motorhome service, and that has really helped us. About the time we took on Newmar, I think we took on Newmar the first year was about our 15 years. So I think we're finally hitting that stride with motorhomes. We're able to get inventory, whereas over COVID, we weren't able to get quite as much inventory. So that's not a problem anymore. We did have to get through some 2022 models, and we kind of navigated our manufacturer paring down. We've kind of got rid of a few lines, and we kind of stepped up with the lines who were doing us. We felt we're building a little bit better product. So that's helped us a little bit, but we've had a good year. Tell you what's been selling real well in motorhomes is those big super seats.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from, and who knows. We've been a Dynamax dealer for years, but we do the Europa and the DX3, and those have been coming and going through the dealership really well. The Newmar product has been great. And then, but yeah, we've had a good motorhome year. It's been surprising.
With the brands of coaches that y'all sell, especially like a Newmar, those people are, they're selective. They are picky, if you will. And they don't want perfection. They like perfection, but they just want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. And I know that people travel. I got a guy from Tennessee that said, who's a good Newmar dealer? And I said, head to Louisiana. And he goes, can I trust him? Well, I trust him. And so you guys must take care of your people, even on the motorhome side, not just the towables.
We had to learn how to sell Newmar. That customer, usually, they're easy to work with because they're usually RVers and they know the program. They've been through the deal. They've seen the good, they've seen the bad. But like you said, they expect you to have somebody there who knows how to fix it, knows what to do. Chassis is a whole nother issue. We don't have a chassis place at our dealership. We depend on other people. We have a good relationship with the Freightliner dealership down the road. And those are all challenges that we got to deal with. But I think you said it right. Having somebody there to answer the phone, to communicate with the customer, to at least, keep the ball rolling on what's going on is that's the important thing.
What are you seeing as we, end the summer? Hopefully it'll get cooler soon, and we go into the fall. If somebody is sitting on the fence, I want you to make a case for buying now and then make a case for holding off until fall. Can you do that? Seriously.
Yeah. The 2023s, the dealers are starting to discount them. I think 2022s, they better be heavily discounted if you buy them. Because you buy it and it's going to be a 2-year-old used unit when you pull it off the lot. So right. I think right now the 2023s are the dealers. There was a gap around 4th of July where manufacturers, they usually shut down every year at 4th of July. All the manufacturers do. Mm-hmm. Well, this year there were some extended shutdowns. So it really gave us as dealers the opportunity to sell down on stuff without worrying about new stuff coming in. And we're seeing the 24s coming now. So I'm going to say, you know, as we move into the fall, we'll really start to see the new offerings. I think the pricing will get adjusted for the 2024 product. I think that's one of the reasons the manufacturers waited, because they want to go down a little bit, but they don't want to kill their 2023 product. So if you're looking at a 2023 right now, I would say you should be getting a good deal on it. I mean, it should be discounted. The manufacturers are working with us. The dealers need to be working with the customers. And it's exciting to see. We hadn't had a new year model change in about 3 years. You know, as we were going through COVID, nobody changed anything. It's talking manufacturer-wise, because the supply chain was messed up. Everybody was selling anything. Nobody really had an incentive to change. Well, the market will dictate change. You know, sales quit selling and you start getting a little more innovative. So that's exciting to see some of the change. I'm excited to see what's coming out for 2024.
So I was talking with Jock, as I said, in your motorhome division, and he was, you know, I said, well, how do you think you're doing so well? I mean, what is it? And he says there's this overriding theme that he is hearing. You only live once. Time's ticking away. You know, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to wait until, you know, fuel prices get back to $2 a gallon? Well, you may be waiting an awful long time, except there's some guy with the sickle and the black cape that's coming after you. They're coming after all of it. Time is ticking away. It doesn't mean go do something stupid, but good grief, if you're going to buy an RV, be responsible about it, but don't wait forever.
Yeah, I really don't think we're going to see prices go down to 17, 16, 15 levels. You know, I mean, inflation is consistently happening. I mean, in 2010, a Model T was $2,000. You know, I mean, things are going up, and it's not going in that direction. I think it's finally leveled out now. Interest rate wise, I don't think it's going to be healthy. I don't see we'll see interest rates we've seen in the last 10 years ever, maybe in my lifetime.
I know.
You know, like I said, in 99, 799 was a real good rate. I don't think it's really healthy for business or any of us to have these 0%, 1% interest rates, you know? So I really don't see, I mean, they're still talking about a couple bumps. The Fed is, and I don't get into politics or whatever. I wish I knew. I wouldn't be selling RVs, how all that worked. But
you're too honest to be in politics.
yeah. You know, but I think this is probably not a bad time. It's not a bad interest rate. You know, there's still advantages. You can still write it off as a mortgage, your rates, things of that nature. So, you know, for me, I mean, if I'm planning my whole life, I mean, I'm planning on doing some RVing in my life, and when the time comes, I'm going.
You know, as I see it, there are basically two different types of dealership thinking out there, if you will. Those that think of today, right now. How much money can they make and how quickly can they separate you from it? It's all about the quick buck. They care about today, right now, and don't care if you ever come back. Unfortunately, most dealers sort of land towards this end of the spectrum. Then there are dealers that think long. They're not thinking only the stock price and how quickly they can turn units and how much profit they're going to make off of every one. Instead, they want to sell you multiple units. They do, through the years. It's an entirely different philosophy. Dealers thinking short and dealers thinking long. All dealers want to make money. They need to make money to stay in business. Those who think long, I believe, are the ones that we need to look for. Do you agree? I'd love to read your thoughts about RV dealers in the comments below. I hope y'all are staying cool out there. Good Lord, it's been hot this summer. Thanks so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Finally, you can connect with RV dealers that I trust, and I think you can trust them too. Go to rvdealersitrust.com. That's where you'll find Berryland. rvdealersitrust.com.